Hi, and welcome to Pre-Algebra with me, Mrs. Gutchess. This is my contact information. You can also find it on the home screen of Florida Virtual, the educator. But I will be in contact with you guys always, so feel free to reach out whenever you need help. So here's some of the class expectations. You have to do 2 assessments a week. We call them assignments, but they are in the assessment tab, so just be aware. So you have to complete those 2 every week to stay on track. You need to make sure that all of your work is 100% original. You want all your own words. If you ever feel like you're stuck, reach out. I can give you some hints, but for the most part, we want all your own words. If you are taking any vacation during this course, which I know 8 months can be a long time, so I know that everyone goes on vacation here and there, just let me know. We usually allow them to take like 1 week off per segment. If you are up to date and on track, there's no reason why you can't just take that week off and not work. But just be aware that no work in 7 days means a non-working call will be initiated from me. So you might get that call, but just disregard if you are on vacation. Communication is key. So I will be texting, calling, emailing. Please make sure that you are okay with all of those types of communication. I love to make sure that, our relationship building is happening and the students know that they can contact me whenever and I'm always available. So that's very important. These are our class expectations. We have a grace period when you begin after that first activation text. You have 2 weeks, and these 2 weeks just really help you and myself to get more acquainted with each other, for you to get a little bit more, what's it called? Like acclimated with the course and what you're supposed to be doing. So the grace period really just has me initiating more calls and texts to just check in on you, okay? And so I just want to, make sure that it's not because you're in trouble or you're not working or whatever. It's really just because I'm here to help and I want to make sure that you are getting what you need to be successful in our course. So lessons are on the site, and they're usually helpful if you guys need a couple extra things to practice with. But for the most part, we like to guide you guys towards the toolbox notes. But these are definitely something you can do. They're not credit. They're literally just some extra help for you to learn the material. Assessments. These are the actual assignments that you need to do and complete to get credit in this course. So remember, before we click on this one, we always have to learn the material. So we're going to be learning it through the toolbox notes, the live lessons, and the recording of the live lessons. Again, you can use that lesson tab, but the better resources are on the home page on the click here button, which I will show you in a minute. So these are your assessments. Again, you're going to see a list of them near each end of the module. You'll have a DBA, which is a discussion-based assessment. These are one-on-one conversations on Zoom. You can use notes, scratch paper, calculators, but outside help is not allowed. So you can't use ChatGPT. You can't use mom or dad, brother or sister, aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, nobody, okay? It's got to be coming from you. You have to pass this DBA to move forward. You have to earn a 60% or higher in order to move on. The gradebook tab is the next tab next to your assessments, and this is a really helpful tab if you need to redo any assignments. So you get 3 resets per assignment, and you can reset them in this gradebook. But please, please, please don't ever reset that last one. The last one you need to wait and reach out to me so we can make sure that that last attempt is your very, very best. This email, so I will be emailing you a lot through this one. So this is your educator email. You can, make sure that you're checking it on a regular basis. Just to make sure there's, no notifications for me being out, something being due, any of that stuff, okay? If you need help, at the bottom of each of at the bottom of your homepage, there is a live lesson schedule. And this live lesson schedule allows you to do any of these lessons with a live teacher on teaching. So just make sure that you are on there 10 minutes before it starts, that you're on the correct lesson. The schedule is always on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. The red button is for segment one kids. The blue button is for segment two kids. There's also a button on how to Zoom because your login is going to be a little different. So be sure to check that out before you are ready for that live lesson. And once you have all those kinks worked out with Zoom, you will be able to log in easy for the next times you go on. You do not need your camera, but it is a very good, helpful session where there's a teacher on. You can ask questions, you can get immediate feedback, and it's really cool to get engaged in those. The other thing we provide, which is the toolbox tutor, and this is going to be a necessity to do and make sure you have completed before you reach out to me if you're needing help. So they are guided notes. You can access them through this little link, Pre-Algebra Toolbox. You can access them on your PACE plan. You can also access them on the click here button, which I'm going to show you all of those in a minute. But they're very helpful. They have DBA reviews, they have short walkthrough videos, all kinds of stuff that you can use to learn the material, okay? So just remember, if you need to set up a schedule, we can talk about that. I'm going to create a PACE plan for you. So start thinking, pick, 2 to 3 days each week to work on your math and stick to it. Make sure that you're constantly doing that every 7 days you're working on math or before the 7 days. And then you can attend those live lessons. You can use those toolbox notes. We've got recordings of the live lessons. We're, a flex program, which means you can use any resources that help you learn as long as all of it is your own words when we are answering any of those essay questions. And I know you guys are going to do awesome. If you need that DBA, just remember to schedule with me. You've got to either text or call me. Make sure that if you call me whenever, just make sure you leave your name and in a short, brief voice message. I usually don't get back to you guys unless I have a little message or memo on what it's about, just because I'm so busy. So sometimes people butt dial me or it's not an emergency, but just let me know what it's about and I will return it ASAP. So we are going to have a great class. I'm going to stop sharing this really quick and I'm going to show you guys a little bit more about the site so you feel a little more prepared. So here's that home screen that I was chatting about. And you'll see at the top, we've got lessons, assessments, gradebook, email, tools. These aren't really, that's not your toolbox, so don't look at that. I mean, you can use it if you need to. But here's where you would go to find your assessments, all of the course graded material, your gradebook if you need to reset anything, and email at least, bi-weekly, just make sure everything's, not urgent. So when we look at this home screen, this is really important. That click here button is where you're going to access those toolbox and the live lesson recordings. And then if you scroll down, this is the live lessons. So in the live lessons, if you notice, we do them on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. If you are segment one kids, you click the red button. Segment two, you click the blue. Here are some instructions on how to Zoom. So that could be with me, that could be with your live lesson, any of that stuff. But I definitely would check all of that out. You can also access the live lesson recordings by clicking this pink button as well. So very, very important, that home screen. Something else on this home screen, here's all my contact information. So it's right up there ready for you guys. If we ever need to Zoom, which we will for those DBAs, and for if we have tutoring sessions or you just want to jump on really quick, that is where you're going to click this link to get onto my Zoom. Again, if you don't know how to Zoom, make sure you watch that video. Your Zoom account will be up here. with that code, make sure you log in, you do any updates. And if you're still having issues, we as teachers cannot help, but the IT department can. So they are available Monday through Friday and Saturday and Sunday. So that's really cool. So you can talk with them and get some help on any tech issues you may have. Okay. So I think that's pretty much it. These assessments in the gradebook tab, just you can go check them out. It really just lists all of your assessments for each of the segments. And then your gradebook tab will just list them as you get them finished. So super excited that you're joining my class. Let me know if you need to go over anything else on that welcome call. But for the most part, I hope you really enjoyed this video and learned some stuff about where to find all of your materials, and reach out if you need anything. Bye.